Because we don't know the forces that rule this realm. Paul said in 2 Corinthians chapter 10 verse 3 to 5, to cast down imaginations. I thought you were the one thinking. But he knows that those thoughts were sponsored. Those thoughts were transported into your mind. So if it is not consistent with God, Paul says what? Cast it out. That's not you thinking. You are only a processor. Data was imported into your mind. Casting down imagination and every high standing thing that opposes itself above the knowledge of God. Those are the workings of demons. But Paul now went further. He said they are not only demons, they are also princes in darkness. These ones are fallen angels. And he said those ones, you war with them. You cast demons, but you fight fallen angels. So if you are not equipped, you will not even know what to do. That you enter the Sabbath, you are already implicated to warfare. Because there's a prince that lays hold and asks and makes demand over this territory. So when you come into an energy level. If you don't fight, you can't permeate that energy level. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood. You may see your brother attacking you, people gossiping, people fighting, and then say these people are wicked. No, the people are enslaved to a prince of wickedness. And if you want to fight the people, you will waste your destiny, because they are slaves. They can't do otherwise. So what you do is to rise higher. Is to go higher than the influence of that spirit. When you pierce through the dark cloud, suddenly the wicked people, the same way they are slaves to that spirit, they'll become slaves to you. That's how we rule. We don't rule by fighting men. We rule by fighting spirits. So when Daniel pierced the canopy of Babylon, they said the king thought to make him king, president over the realm. We wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities and powers, rulers of the darkness of this world, and spiritual wickedness in heavenly places. Principalities capture territories. Powers enslave men that are in that territory. The rulers of darkness provide laws that enslave their perpetual slavery, and wickedness in heavenly places afflicts them with the character of those spirits. It's a four-way operation. The word principality is ancient English, prince without a territory. So when it comes to a territory, he goes to the people that have authority there, and he begins to bargain with them. I will make you rich if you do this. So what they do is, when they enter a territory, they raise their own people. So they begin to look for the prophets, because the gift actually is from God. The devil can't give any good gift. So when they come and they discover in this territory there is somebody who can see into the spirit realm, they now reveal themselves to the person, and they begin to bargain with the person, because the person has the gift from God to see into the spirit realm. So principalities come to survey the land, and they find out the gifted ones. So when they find them, they bargain with them, and they make them witches, wizards, sorcerers, warlocks, and sages. And they enter into covenants with them, and those men become the mouthpiece of the people, because the people have the right over the territory. So the mouthpiece negotiates with the people, and they submit their will to the spirit in return for something, and the principality have secured that territory. The moment it does, it now brings the power. So the power now introduces fear. The power introduces sickness. The power introduces intimidation. The power introduces lust. So even when the people say we don't want anymore, they can't. Because the principality have taken the legal right over that jurisdiction. So he now brings his brother the power, and he provides rulership over them. And in order to secure them beyond the people that make the covenant, he brings the rulers of darkness. Because if we make covenant, by the time all of us die, our children will come. By what means will they continue with the covenant? That's what the rulers come to do. They provide laws. So they now say at the end of every month, go and do this, go and do this. So those laws create patterns. Those patterns now implicate generations unborn. And then spiritual wickedness is the one that brings the nature of the spirit. So the nature of the spirit may be death, it may be sickness, it may be wickedness, it may be pain, and it afflicts it. Because every spirit wants to give expression to his nature. That is ministry, but in darkness.